Man, in terms of street lighting, this year so far has been a very shit year. A lot of old SOX lanterns got replaced, and I now unfortunately have LED in my street as well. And I'm afraid that in 1 or 2 years, LED or low pressure sodium lighting will basically be just gone from the street, be removed, gone forever. So I was like, what can I do to bring back, or at least be kind of sure that there will still be low pressure sodium street lights around, like in 5 to 10 years. And I think I found somewhat of a solution to that problem. Because at least here in the Netherlands, most councils have a rule that like whenever someone reports a streetlight that's broken and you can't fix it in one go, then you'll have to put a temporary lantern up so there still will be light. And of course it has to be in reason to the street. Like it doesn't really matter whatever you put up, but you shouldn't put up like 250 watt high pressure sodium in a street where usually 36 watt PL is installed. Of course that would cause some problems. So I was like, what if I just use only low pressure sodium lanterns as temporary lanterns? Give like at work some of my co-workers some temporary SOX lanterns as well, so they can install those as well. And then we'll still have like somewhat of a low pressure sodium vibe going forwards. So I want to show you guys a bit of my plan here actually, which I'm kind of working on it at the moment. Which these are used to be FRS lanterns, which most of you guys probably know this one with SOX. But actually in Netherlands we used to have this one with PL as well. And I'm kind of retrofitting a few of these back to 55 watt low pressure sodium. Still had some original units left in store luckily. And then if we take a look outside, which I have shown before, is that I still have a lot of low pressure sodium lanterns here. So what I'm kind of doing, I'm installing some new cables on them and everything, new bulbs, basically new everything, so these can last for a while. And especially with the SRMs, which I'll show you in a minute, I'm actually installing internal ballasts in here as well, so these will be easy to use as temporary lanterns. And there's a bit of a risk to this, which I might have, I mean there's quite a big chance that I'll lose some of the low pressure sodium fixtures that I have behind the shed, which to me honestly is becoming fine. Like I have quite a few SRM and SRS lanterns, and I'm really starting to realize that it's like more fun to still have like some SOX left on the streets instead of having everything in the collection. Because I mean, as proud as I am of the collection that I currently have, like I'm not turning these things on all of the time. And there's still a difference to having these just laying in a collection or they're actually like working outside on the streets. Which I do have to say I'm not going to use like the lenses that I actually have in my collection. But like the lenses behind the shed, I mean, you don't really mind losing a few of them. Or I mean there's a possibility, but I'm kind of, I mean, you kind of have to think where you install these. Like if there's like a certain spot in the city where I know that they will likely destroy the lanterns, of course I'm not going to even risk putting a low pressure sodium lamp there. But I mean, if it's in a nice spot, why not? So this, for example, is like a Philips SRM that I've converted with a ballast. I mean, it doesn't look the best, but as long as it stays in place, you won't really be able to see whenever this lantern is up anyway. This is one that runs a 135 or 91 watt SOX bulb, but the most runs 66. I have a few that run 36 as well. And then same with the SRS lanterns, those run also from 36 to 91 watts. Which you don't want your temporary lantern to be too bulky or anything. I mean, these are not too heavy, a bit big actually, but not too big, like still good enough. So right now I have like 15 of them put up and took a picture of most of them. So here's a bit of a compilation from all of the temporary lanterns and everything. So yeah, hopefully the future will be something like this still. And I'll keep you guys posted, probably in the forms of YouTube Shorts content, so stay tuned for that. And still, I hope someday that there will be like something, a project somewhere, and we'll have to use like in one street 10 or 15 temporary lanterns. Then I still really hope that I can put up all the pressed sodium lanterns and we'll still have like a street that's at least temporarily filled with SOX street lighting. And also the fun part with this temporary lanterns plan is that temporary is kind of a loose term. It sometimes happens that a lantern gets forgotten about, like it's sometimes kind of hard to keep track of like all of the damaged lanterns and that need to be that need to have new LED lanterns on there. Sometimes it's kind of hard, so still I hope that one day one just stays on the street, which I mean, to be fair, rather have still one on the street than having a ton of these laying behind the shed. And if there's one street where we have multiple of these, then I'll make sure to let you guys know where that location is. So, I mean, if you're living close, then you can visit and see it for yourself. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day and see you in the next video.